And we are live here on the ETB Coaches Show. Mark T. Robinson here with a good friend of mine, the men's head soccer coach, Chad Cox. Coach, good to have you back again here on the show.
Thanks for having me again, Mark. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. And we got a lot to get to here as you guys are starting to hit your stride right now. You are currently, I believe, in the 8th spot in the ASC standings right now as far as tournament placement goes, and you guys have been playing well as of late. So you ended up splitting the last two matches here at home, coming away with the impressive 4-1 victory over Louisiana College, though, on Saturday. So just kind of talk to us about the state of the team, and just kind of recap to us, what everything that went down this past weekend.
Yeah, no, I think the last couple of weeks have been very eventful for us as a team. There's been a lot of pros, a lot of good things that we've seen. Obviously, coming away pretty much every weekend so far with that split in conference. We've gone 1-1 and kind of had ups and downs each weekend. But going in through this last weekend, I think we saw some things finally click as far as offensively and movement of the ball and the creativity and confidence in front of the goal. We started seeing that. And I think you can obviously tell by the scoreboard and the results there. We started getting that feeling, and I hope that continues to show going forward with these guys as we get into another tough weekend. But we've had some guys step up. We've had some guys take place of some guys that got injured, and we've had some young guys really find their way and find their rhythm. And I think the older guys right now, I've really got a couple of them that lately have been very vocal. And have stepped up in a way, and I think they're starting to take charge and understand how much this year means and how close we've been and how close we are to being very good. And so just excited about what's happened and excited that we are still in that playoff picture right now, but we know that we've got a lot of work ahead of us, and it starts today when we get back on the field for training.
Absolutely. And you guys, just looking at the overall makeup of your team, as you said, you've had your young guys really step up, and one of those guys, or two of those guys rather, has been Isaiah Simeon, has really brought some fire to your team and has really hit his stride. And Christian Hernandez has really stepped up at the goalie spot. So just kind of talk about the impact of those two players on your team at this point of the season.
Yeah, I mean, we'll start with Christian. I mean, going into the year, he's a young keeper. He knew where he stood. He knew that Justin was solid and had been a leader for us. But, the game happens and we get unfortunate injuries and guys get banged up. And Justin, went down with a concussion. And Christian stepped in right away against Mary Hardin Baylor on the road. No experience prior to that really at the college level, and came away with a big result for us. Played great, played confident, gained a lot of trust in his teammates and showed what he's capable of. And then it's just kind of followed in line the last couple of weeks as he's continued to fill that spot. And can't speak high enough on what that young man's done and the ability for him to step up in a role that maybe he wasn't expecting yet. But for him to come in and step up big in a position that's so vital in the game of soccer has been huge for us the last couple of weeks, and to keep us where we are and to keep us in the hunt and in the race and actually win a couple big matches. I mean, he's done a tremendous job, and there's a bright future for him. And, Justin got back, so Christian knows and Justin knows that, now it's a battle, and we know that we're even better for it. We're better now because now we know we have two guys that we can trust in between the pipes at any time, and they're going to do great for us. And so this team is confident going forward now in that position. And as far as Isaiah, I mean, that he's a bulldog. He's a creator. He's an energizer. The kid will run through a brick wall for us, but the kid will also, he's smart and he's actually coachable too. He's got a very good mind for the game, and he's so versatile. I mean, the last couple of weeks I have thrown him in just about every role I could on the attacking part of the field, and he's answered the bell and hasn't once stumbled, hasn't once questioned us. He's done what's been asked, and you can really tell as a young player coming into college that he put in the work this summer, and he came in mentally and physically prepared for it, and it's showing. He's got a few goals, he's got a few assists. I'm not sure exactly where he stands, but he's got to be number 1 or 2 on the team probably in total points right now. and minutes played, he's right up there at the top. And so I can't speak high enough about his character and who he is and what he gives day in and day out at training. And he's probably frustrated a couple opportunities here and there, but he knows that that's part of the game, and we all know, and he's going to continue to get better and better and better. And so we're definitely excited about that young group, and there's a few of them that have really, really stepped up for us lately.
And one of the things, you kind of brought it up, the UMHB game, I don't think we got a chance to really actually sit down and talk about everything that kind of happened in that game. And obviously it's been a while back, but I feel like every year your men's team, you can count them in for a couple of kind of upset matches where you guys just come in, impose your will, come away with the win. So just kind of talk about that mentality of your team. Is that the way you guys kind of go about every single match?
I mean, I think this team believes we can win every time we step on the field. We talk about it every day, anytime we get ready for a match. I don't think there's one team in one day that we step on the field that don't believe we're capable. And I think it shows. The last couple of years you've seen us do that. And, it goes down as one of those upset wins or whatever you want to say, just because they're a great program and they're, two-time defending conference champs. Can't argue with that. They've been well coached and they're well organized. But at the same time, we firmly believe that we belong in those same arguments, those same discussions. We think we have the talent, we think we have the ability, and our guys play with that. And they really do believe that, and we believe that as a coaching staff. And when you believe that and you go out and you play your best, the results come. Sometimes they come your way, sometimes they don't. But that's all we ask them as coaches, and I think as teammates, that's all you can ask of each other. And those guys do a great job fighting night in and night out. And we hope that we have more of those wins to come and continue to put ourselves in conversations of these guys belong at the top part, and these guys who belong in a conversation that knows they're dangerous and they have the ability to win. So.
Absolutely. And speaking of, taking on yet another quality team, you've got Texas Dallas and you've got the Ozarks on the road this weekend. And finally, I'm able to join you guys. I'll be aboard you guys on the road trip this week. So just kind of talk about, the kind of the preparations for that matchup. And obviously you guys pulled off the upset win last year when you faced UTD in the regular season, and then you took down the Ozarks in the conference tournament. So it's going to be kind of a revenge matches for you guys this week.
I respect both those coaching staffs and both those programs. I know those guys pretty well. But last year, this is going to be a familiar game, a familiar weekend for us, because the way it worked last year, we played both of those opponents late in conference, and we played them both in the conference tournament. And so playing each team twice last fall, with a lot of heavy returners for us, and I believe a lot of heavy returners for both of them. There's going to be some familiar faces. With Dallas coming up first, obviously, we want to go into the Metroplex and we want to play great. We have a lot of friends, a lot of family, a lot of players from that area. So getting that support that we're expected to have and playing in that area is going to be huge for us on the road. Hopefully we can get a little bit of redemption on the last time we played them there. The guys played great. It was two phenomenal matchups last year, and we came away with a split, unlucky in the second one and double OT, but I think our guys kind of have that in the back of their head, and they're ready to get after it again and ready to go back in. They know it's going to be a 90-minute battle, and they know that it's going to be a quality opponent, and we're going to have to play our best, and we're going to have to get after it. We're going to have to be sharp. As far as Ozarks, man, last year was two of the most physical, athletic, demanding games that I've seen. Just to be honest, the way the style was, the way the guys competed both times, and both times we came away with a late goal to get a result that we needed. And man, I'm excited to see how that works out again. We know we'll be traveling to their place this year, which will be different. Playing a day game, and they're always tough at home. And right now they've had a great start to their season. And so for us this weekend, it'll be very important that we come in healthy, we come in sharp, and that we're mentally focused, because both matches are going to test us, and both matches are going to be matches that we have to play well and we have to be ready to go.
Absolutely, and I will once again. I'll be there to see you guys through it. It'll be fun.
We're excited about that. We hope the trip goes well. Maybe we're able to treat you to a couple nice meals while you're there, and have some laughs, and get some good video and some good good pictures taken of that. But we always enjoy your company, Mark, and love having you out there anytime, man.
Absolutely, Coach. And you guys can keep up to date with all things ETBU athletics related at goetbtigers.com or follow us on social media at GoETBU Tigers. Once again, Mark T. Robinson, head men's soccer coach Chad Cox will be back here on the ETBU Coaches Show with more after this.
Appreciate it, Mark.